Hey guys, how are you today? This is Jim from the Pain PT, and we're going to continue our discussion today of this interoception. Okay, I talked about it before. I had a comment or two to see if we can explore this more in a practical way so you guys can understand a little bit more about interoception and how it works. So I'm just going to go through a little just intro here again with interoception, what it is, and then we're going to practice it here today. In a sense, you guys can get a better idea of how to practice interoception and how it is important for your health and well-being. Okay, so I'm going to link it also a paper here that I'm going to pull some information from. Interoception is something that's been studied for a long time. It's being studied more now. It's this sense of being able to make sense of the signals originating from the body, from within the body. Okay, so they say here in this paper that interoception is critical for our sense of embodiment, motivation, and well-being. And despite its importance, interoception remains poorly understood within modern science. Okay, so we've been kind of playing with interoception already, guys, with somatic tracking, with you guys learning to tune into what you're feeling. And so we're going to dive into this a little bit more today so you can really understand it and hopefully apply this. It's so important that you can learn to practice this. It's not intellectual, it's more experiential. Okay, so interoception, as they define it here, is the process of receiving, accessing, and appraising internal body signals. Okay, so what this is the first thing is the process of receiving. Okay, so being able to open up in our brains to receive the information or the signal from the body. So a symptom, a sensation, a feeling is a signal coming from your body that your brain registers in your brain. Okay, to be able to access that is to have awareness. So the second piece of accessing the signal is awareness, to notice it, to tune in, to be able to feel it. Okay, and then the third thing is appraising this signal. This is the most important one. Okay, what do you think about? How do you perceive? How do you interpret what you're feeling? We've been talking a lot about this, that what you're feeling with chronic somatic symptoms, guys, is not just physical. It is physical feelings. It's somatic feelings in your body. It feels like a symptom, but it's an emotion. Okay, once you've ruled out structural causes, what you're feeling are emotions. Now remember, emotions are physical somatic sensations, just like symptoms. And that's where people get confused. But what you're feeling here are emotions. I want you to convert. We're going to practice this. I want you to convert these sensations and symptoms that you're feeling into emotions. Okay, that these are just emotions. Okay, so they go on to say that this interoception is what they call an iterative process. It's requiring the interplay between perception of body states and cognitive appraisal of these states to inform response selection. Okay. What we're noticing with interoception may then inform a person's approach or avoidance tendencies, and thus these interactions hold important implications for well-being. So what they're saying there is that depending on how you perceive something, you may be open to it, you may approach it, or it might cause avoidance. You may tune out to it, you may pull away from it, you may take that information and, as we would say, fear avoidance, for example, you may avoid activities because you're noticing this sensation that's causing you to pull back. Okay, so how we deal with these sensations and these somatic symptoms, or call them emotions, is really important. This is interoception. Okay, so it's also guided or tied into what we call self-regulation. Okay, so ability to regulate what we feel, make light of it, to understand it, and then that connects into our behaviors and actions that we take, right? So interoception could be anything you're noticing in your body. Okay, it's a sense of your internal body state. So we're going to start today by a little practice of just you guys starting with the breath as a way to tune into yourself, and then we're going to move into the sensations. So let's go ahead and do that now. So I want you guys, just wherever you're sitting or standing or even lying down, Doesn't really matter. I just want you to bring your attention inward now. So instead of being up here in your head or thinking, bring it inward, and I want you to bring it to your breath, okay, around your nose and your mouth area. I want you just to notice right now your breath coming in and going out, okay, either through your nose or through your mouth. Just see if you can pay attention to your breath right now in a very neutral way, neutral, the positive way, without trying to change your breath or manipulate your breath. Just noticing it coming in and going out, just paying attention to it. And then see if you can come down with your breath again, down into your body, and notice where the breath is coming and going. Is it rising and falling through your belly? Do you feel it more in your chest, somewhere in between the two? Just want you to notice where the breath is rising and falling in your own body right now. Again, you're not trying to change it, shift it, you're just becoming aware of it. And I want you to appraise it or interpret it very neutrally. It's just noticing my breath. Coming and going, rising and falling, inhaling and exhaling. So what you're doing right now is doing some interoception on your breath. You're building your awareness right now of a body signal or body process, which is the breath. And now we're going to switch from your breath to your sensations, okay? And the importance of interoception with your sensations or symptoms or feelings or emotions is because this is really the heart of what people are dealing with. They're dealing with uncomfortable sensations in their body. They're dealing with symptoms. So we want to bring our interoception there. So just see now if you can tune into your whole body from your head to your feet. Sorry about the airplane flying above. This stuff always seems to happen right in the middle of a session, but something we have to deal with. Just see if you can bring your awareness into your body right now and notice what you're feeling from sensations, okay, from feelings right now. Anything that's a feeling in your body. Now this could be a symptom somewhere you notice. It could be an energy. It can be a vibration. Just a feeling, anything you can feel in your body right now. Just want you to notice that again. If there's a dominant sensation that tends to capture your attention, just notice that. If it moves around, just notice the shifting. And what we're going to do now is again interpret this or perceive this cognitive appraisal of this sensation as being just a sensation. And not only just a sensation, but it's an emotion. Okay, so for all you guys here that are dealing with chronic symptoms, ruled out your physical structural causes, then we're going to make the switch from this being just a physical somatic sensation or symptom to an emotional feeling that's been produced by your brain. So we want to perceive it in this way. We want to interpret it in this way because it changes the way we process it and look at this sensation. So what are you guys noticing right now in your body? What are you noticing? What's the feelings like? What's the sensations like? I'm going to go a little deeper with these emotions now through interoception. See if you can make some links in your own body to what you're feeling. Now I want you just again check in. What is it you're feeling? What's the energy like or the symptom feel like? And we're going to convert this physical feeling you notice into an emotion right now. So let's see if we can do this. And I'll run through a couple different emotions and how they feel in your body, and you can see what this is maybe you're feeling. So first, are you feeling a very calm, soft, flowing energy in your body? Very settled, very sort of quiet, peaceful feeling? Does it feel very just sort of calm in your body, not much happening? Maybe you're feeling relaxed in this case. Or are you noticing a jumpy, shaky, kind of jittery, nervy, vibratory, sort of electric energy in your body right now? Very bouncy, tingly. If you're feeling this right now, you might be feeling some anxiety, maybe some fear. That's the emotion of fear, how it feels. And maybe you're feeling some more shaky, kind of jittery, but in a very positive, uplifting sort of energy, very vibratory, very sort of pulsy, but very in a positive way. Maybe you're feeling some excitement right now. And maybe you're noticing in your body through a symptom somewhere a very pressured feeling, a very constricted, very clenched, very tight, very tense feeling. Maybe a burning, maybe a jabbing, maybe a stabbing feeling, maybe something sharp. Okay, you might be feeling some anger. And finally, maybe you're feeling some heaviness in your body, maybe a weighty feeling, a soreness, an achiness, a tired, very fatigued, no energy feeling, a very downtrodden, weighty, heavy, pushing down of the body feeling. Well, you're probably feeling some sadness, grief, disappointment, despair, one of those categorical emotions of sadness. And again, maybe you're just feeling sort of light, feeling sort of just an uplifting feeling in your body. Maybe you're feeling some happiness right now. All I want you guys to do is to just tune in to what is happening without changing it, just noticing it. Noticing it is not changing it, it's not shifting it, it's just being aware of it. And I want you to convert through your perception, through your interoception, these somatic sensory signals or symptoms into emotional feelings. If you're not sure what it is you're feeling, it's okay. I don't want you to go up into your head and overthink this. This is about interoception. It's about awareness of your sensations. So just keep allowing these sensations to unfold, to move through you, to unwind. You're just becoming aware and staying aware from a neutral to positive way that what you're feeling are emotions, not just physical symptoms. Okay, the sensations are giving you information, and we need to interpret the information in the right way. This is that sort of accurate interpretation or perception that they're speaking about. Again, many people with chronic pains and chronic symptoms have emotion regulation difficulties, and therefore, either through suppression or through alexithymia, they're misinterpreting these somatic sensations as physical problems, physical symptoms, and they're stopping there. When you do that, you're going to run into a dead end, and you're also going to look and treat this thing differently. If you're seeing these as emotions, which a lot of times they actually are, then you're going to look at them differently. You're going to realize that if they're emotions, then these feelings need to be felt. These feelings need to be processed. They need to be allowed to come up and go, just like a wave or a cloud needs to pass. So this is your interoception awareness, guys, that you're tuning into right now. I want you to try to tune into yourself throughout the day, intermittently, checking in. This is what you called your eighth sense. It's the ability to tune into your own self, see what you're feeling, what you're noticing, and trying to develop this ability to do it in the right way. And in our case, because we're dealing with chronic symptoms, we're working on the sensation level, we're working on the feeling level, and we're trying to convert our physical sensations and symptoms into emotions. And then, because they are emotions, the process is to allow them to unfold in you, to have their expression, to have their feeling in your body until they subside, which they will do in some time. You can't control that time. It happens on its own. You're just staying open to it and doing this in the right interoceptive way. So reach out, guys, if you need help. This is a big piece I work with people on in the sessions, is to develop emotion, like their connection with emotions, to see what they're feeling. And we can take this deeper, obviously, in a way of exploring, well, what is it about? Possibly what situations, or what is these feelings about in the context. But at the heart of these feelings, we want to convert them to emotions. We want to see them in a certain light or perception. Again, what they call cognitive appraisal, so that we don't go down that other road of making it worse. Okay, of adding in a second level, or what I call a second reaction, to what you already feel as the primary sensation. Secondary reactions, as we spoke of before, are things like catastrophizing. It's an additional emotional reaction, like a worry, a fear, getting angry, upset, a despair over what you're feeling. That's not neutral to positive interpretation. That's adding in another emotional layer to what you already notice in yourself. So again, reach out if you need help, guys. This is part of the healing process, is learning to have an ability to do interoception into your own bodies and to get better at it. Again, we know people with chronic pain, with anxiety, depression, a lot of these somatic and mental health disorders have poor interoception. They don't have a very good ability to do this. It's nobody's fault. It's just something that needs to be learned. And as you learn it and do it in the right way, it's very, very helpful. And it's very, very healing for you to reach your goals or where you want to be. Take care, guys. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.